Hello, first grade reading group. I miss you guys. If you're watching this video, that means you have successfully gotten on to Flipgrid and you found our first reading group topic. So congratulations. Obviously, I wish I could be reading with you in person, but unfortunately we can't do that. So we're gonna try to still read together through some videos. I know it might look a little bit different, but we'll have to try some things and figure it out together. So what I'm hoping to do is to post some either videos or links, something for our reading groups on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the days you guys have remote learning. Don't feel like you have to do these lessons. They are not mandatory. You don't have to do them. In fact, I'd rather you make sure that you are focusing on all the works that your teacher is sending you first and foremost. But I will definitely be sending out on those remote learning days some extra reading group videos. If you'd like to do those with me, I would love it. And I'd love to see some of your video responses to see how you're doing. All right, so it's gonna have to look a little bit different, but we'll try doing reading group even a little differently. So the book I wanna read today is called Kate's Truck. As you can see, if you look at the picture, you might wanna say a car, but you can look at our word. It's gonna be Kate's Truck. Now, obviously you don't have a copy of this book and you can't follow along, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold our pages up like this. And what you can do is you can hit the pause button on your video, and when I hold up the page, you can hit pause. Then you can take your finger, and even on the screen, take your finger and follow along and read the page. And then when you're done, at your own time, you can hit the play button again, and I'll turn to the next page. Sound good? So the character in our story is Kate. And another word we want to look out for is the word, this word right here. It says what is this word? W-A-N-T. It is want. It's kind of a tricky word because we don't say it quite like we spell it. That A has sort of a funny sound in there. So I want. This is going to be a word that keeps popping up in our story, so we make sure we know what that is. And also in this book, the pictures give us good clues as to the different things she's putting into her truck. So if you get stuck on a word, like in this page, all right, this word's kind of a long word, but I know it definitely starts with a D, and if I use my picture clues to help me, I can see a dinosaur there. So remember, even if we don't have a copy of the book, you can look at what I'm holding up and use those picture clues to help you. So we'll try this out. So here's our first page. When I hold it up, you can hit the pause button and read the page. Make sure you're using your finger to point as you go along. Okay, so we've got some word bubbles on our last page there. Oh no, roof. So what is happening on this last page here? Yeah, it looks like she's hitting what looks like a rock, and it looks like her dolls and her toys, everything she was taking in her truck fell out. So I can use my picture to figure out why she's saying, oh no. All right, hopefully that worked out okay for you guys. I know it's probably harder pausing the screen, but hopefully it worked out for you guys. If you're having any trouble, you guys can let me know and we can maybe figure something else out. All right, so one more thing I want us to do. Normally, we make our sentences and rearrange our sentences, but I don't have sentences to give you guys, so we're gonna try to work with some other stuff. So in the story, let me get my book here again, the girl's name is Kate. And if you look at the word Kate, I want you to see how many vowels do you see? Remember, vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So if you look at the name Kate, I see an A, and I also see an E. So that means there are two vowels in the word. And there's kind of a rule that we sometimes follow. Not always, but most of the time in the English language, when we have a word that has two vowels, usually, not always, there's some tricky words out there, but usually the first word will, or the first vowel, sorry, will say its long sound, or it will say its name, sometimes we say. And the second vowel will be silent. So if I say the word Kate, or the name Kate, do you hear the k, a, t? I hear three sounds. That E is not making any sounds. It's not saying or E, it's silent. So when we look at that first vowel, there's two vowels, so my first vowel is gonna say its name. So instead of saying A is going to say A. So I have k, a, t, and that E is going to be silent. We call that our two vowel rule. So let's look at some other words that follow the same rule as a name like Kate. So on my board, I've got 3 words that should be super duper easy for you. You probably either know them or we can tap them out. So as I point to it, I want you to say the word out loud. We have cap, app, rat, and we have tap. Good. So there's one vowel, so I know that my A is going to say its short sound, or it's going to say ah. What happens if I add another vowel at the end? I'm going to add an E, my magical E, at the end. Well, all of a sudden now, my A is going to have to say its name. It's not going to say ah, like in cap, it's going to say A. So now I have k, a, p, and that E is going to be silent. So what word did I make? I made the word cape, right? Like a superhero might wear a cape, or maybe your favorite superhero doesn't. All right, what if I put an E at the end of rat? I'm gonna turn rat into what? I want you to see if you can figure out what word this is. I have a, t, and my E is gonna be silent. So my word is rate. Right? If I rate something, I might say how good it is or how much I like it. So if I like a movie, I might give it a high rating. I might rate it well, say this is a good movie, others should see it. All right, I'm gonna change my word tap by adding an E at the end. He's gonna say its name, what's my word? My word's tape. Like you might fix a ripped page or something that's broken with some strong tape. All right, one more thing I want for you guys to do. Since I'm not there to hear your awesome first grade reading voices, what I'd love for you to do is I'm gonna put the first page of our story back up here on the screen, and you can hit the pause button. And what I'd love for you to do if you get a chance is to send me a quick video reply down below. I think it's a big green plus sign will lead you to it. I would love for you to send me a video of you reading the first page of our book so I can hear those awesome first grade reading voices of yours. So I'm gonna hold up this first page, and I hope to hear some of your reading voices. There's a short video of you reading this page. So thank you guys. I know this is kind of a different reading group, but I'm looking forward to doing some more reading with you, even from our homes.